Hello, welcome. Thank you, Dsmata and Rulu. Rulu, thanks for the host. Dsmata, you win in terms of emoticon, I guess. You get the emoticon win today. If that's what you were going for, good on you. How are you guys doing? What is up with y'all? More used for portraiture. Yeah, I've really, the only kind of real technique that I've adopted for myself is to tone. I always tone my canvas in kind of a mid-tone, like I said, just so I don't start from bright white and have to work the darks all the way dark. Starting from a mid-ground makes it a lot easier to get my darks dark and make my lights pop out. And then beyond that, I just try to establish my dark to mid-tones first in the underpainting, and then I go thicker paint on top of that, working up to lights. Okay, so beast and dragon and dog. Let's see. Just gonna have to mark something in white here for a second. This is not something I'd often do. But something right there needs to be marked. This part's really tough. Doing the perspective on these things is just probably one of the hardest things. Yeah, cool. Be somebody's fool this year. Like, if I can get these little bits right, it'll make the rest of the painting a lot easier. Desert Tom, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you doing? How was your trip to Tennessee? I saw the pictures. Such cool pictures. Looks like it was an amazing family heritage discovery. So much stuff to see. Okay, second one down. Below that, that's this. That's this. Ooh, wants. Make sure I got my angles right. We tip from that to the. These ones could be a little bit more extreme. Maybe, yeah. Leaves just changing color in Tennessee. Oh, that sounds awesome. It's been a long time since you were there, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm happy with that angle. It's got to follow from the rooftop, obviously. The thing that's a little bit strange about it is this building's at a slightly different angle from this building. It kind of turns the corner. So you would think that this thing would just follow straight through if these buildings were perfectly in line, but they're not. As you can see from this wall kind of curves around in front of this building, and yeah, the buildings are at slight angles to each other. So it's going to be hard for me to make it look like it's intentionally doing that. You were last at 42 years ago. Wow. Has it changed a lot? Did you get to see some of the old places that you used to visit as a kid? I really wish I could have gone. Only goes one way. Out of trouble's way. Division Day. is your day. I'm just sketching. I'm just really sketching these in right now just so I can get them right. Most of your cousins had already looked up my website and said, so, me, I'm amazingly talented. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Desert Calm, for passing on the message. That's awesome. Thank you. So nice to know that family still out there, people I don't know very well still out there that care about what I'm doing and I care about what they're doing, you know, like distantly, obviously, but we still pay attention to one another. Yes, you'll have to ask Red Revolution. Yeah, Red Revolution. For some reason, I wanted to call him Red Revolution, like Red Dead Redemption. Don't know why that popped in my head. Seems like the videos have synced. That's good. I love when things just do what they're supposed to without having to try too hard. I got these all just slightly too high before. I'm just fixing them, just solidifying where they actually belong. That feels better. The spacing feels better. Slightly. So these are like bay windows on each end. They have a slight strange shape as they curve around in that perspective. You sold your first landscape last week? Awesome. Dismata, that's awesome. Congratulations. That's wicked, man. Good job. It's like such a huge motivator when somebody else appreciates your work enough to pay you for it, you know. It's just such a good feeling. So well done, man. I hope you keep selling. That's my secret devotion. What you've always known. This might be okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more red. things accurately, to start to go, okay, I'm going to represent it, and I'm going to push back towards just thinking about it as a sculptural piece of, building up paint rather than just what it's trying to be about. Or what I'm trying to paint, like the subject matter. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just talking out loud, thinking out loud, so you guys can have a sense of my thought process. Don't know if that helps. And I'm gonna do a little bit of sketching in kind of like a mid-tone gray, darker than the gray of the canvas, to start putting in. Oh, I've just noticed, I want to do this wall down here as well first. The wall is actually similar to the tone of the building, but slightly more washed out, so I'm going to do that first. It won't take long. Thanks, Rulu, for the feedback. Hey, bend over. What's going on? You don't get it? You don't get what I'm talking about? I know. It's a kind of an abstract concept. Not that you're not capable of understanding abstract concepts, but your name is Bend Over 69. I do love different strokes, though. I'm glad that you brought up different strokes. Because it takes different strokes to rule the world. Yes, it does. Different strokes for different folks. Evening to you, Bend Over. What's happening, my friend? All the time. Taking a break from watching an epic miniseries? Which one? I like a good miniseries. I want to know which one you're watching. Can we go far away to... Okay, let's do this. The Jinx? No, I haven't even heard of the Jinx. Maybe is it an American one? Like maybe it hasn't kind of got big over here yet. Is it like a Netflix kind of thing? Six-part true crime mini documentary. That sounds good. I like true crime stuff. I really do. I mean, I just finished watching Narcos. Narcos season 1 and 2. I watched season 1 during season 1, and I just finished season 2. And that's definitely a good true crime series. Although you wouldn't normally think about it as true crime. It's because they didn't really focus a lot on the crime, like the drug smuggling and all that stuff. It was more about the life of Pablo Escobar and his evasion of police, and it was really great though. Robert Durst. Yeah, you like the Narcos? That was good. I don't know Robert Durst. No, I feel ignorant. I know Fred Durst. I've heard of Fred Durst. Does that count? I met him actually. I met Fred Durst. I didn't meet him like he was out signing autographs after a Faith No More show, and I didn't care. Because I wasn't there for a Limp Bizkit. To the honey. He's apparently part of the New York dynasty family among the top 10 most wealthy. This is Robert Durst you're talking about? Interesting. Sounds good. I'll have to watch it. Is it on Netflix or is it just on like an American TV channel or what? Give me the info. Give me the lowdown. Here and flow, thoughts arrive like a firefly. Crazy Robert Durst is a sociopath, psychopath. That sounds right up my street, man. I like shows about sociopaths. You could probably say Pablo Escobar was in that. Falls into that category as well. Whispering hands, leading away. Try watchfree.to. I might do that. I'm not going to say anything about illegal downloads. I'm not really a fan of it. I don't really support it. But I have done it. That's all I'm going to say. Oh yeah, I think you've talked about Daredevil before. I watched the first maybe 5, 6 episodes. I liked it. It didn't grab me quite enough to keep going with it, but I did enjoy it. I'll probably go back to it some stage because everybody just raves about it. Need the Chrome VPN free add-on ZenMate to get on Watch Me Free. That sounds complicated. The only one I've ever used is Cartoon HD. Which is just pretty much go there and watch something if it's available, but it's really hard to find something that actually works. So I kind of don't use it. Bring you a little bit closer to what I'm doing there for the moment so you can see. Are you talking to me about holiday? I didn't go anywhere on holiday. I didn't take a holiday. I took a small holiday to, if you're talking to me. Did somebody else say they went on holiday? I was just taking a break because my wife had surgery. Nothing serious, don't worry. She's fine, but she couldn't pick up our son for 6 weeks, so that meant that I had to be like on full-time care. Go to Google Play Store and get ZenMate. Okay. That makes it sound simpler. I'm alone. Yeah, she got a hernia. How'd you guess? Bend over. You know something about hernias yourself? With all that bending over? Yeah, she had a hernia from just from childbirth, basically, and giving birth. Puts a lot of strain on the old stomach muscles from the pregnancy, mostly, actually. Yeah, really, actually, yeah, it really was. It was a nice time for me to just, I like to say, bro down. Me and my son, just being close as father and son, because couldn't rely on mom for a little while, you know, which was nice. And yeah, to take care of my wife was nice too. But she didn't need too much care, she just needed rest. You seen Friends? Joey gets a hernia. First thing I did when I found out she had a hernia was play Weird Al's Living with a Hernia to her. It's just so poignant. Don't you think? So apropos. This is the house we're at. You're alone now. Son is 15 months old. Does she game, read, or do art? How does she entertain herself? I'm ashamed to say this. I teased her about it relentlessly. She doesn't game. She doesn't like gaming. I like to game. She does not. She likes to watch me play games. She likes to watch me enjoy myself, which is really nice. But she doesn't game. She doesn't have like any like huge hobbies. She did a little bit of like working on her son's baby book. For the rest of the time, she watched Sons of Anarchy every season. I think there are 7 seasons she watched while she was homesick. I started teasing her about it relentlessly, calling it Sons of Trasharchy. I know it's acclaimed and all that stuff, but I couldn't quite understand why. Oh, is that it? The blue underpainting. Azaraccio. Well, that makes sense. Azure. Azar is probably like a derivation of azure, which is the kind of blue. Makes sense. You threw cranberry juice on my white carpet whilst I tied it up. And all Jackson Pollock with a print stick on your 50-inch flat screen. Oh my god, the 4-year-old son did that? Oh my god. Bendover 69, why do you have white carpet? When I hear white carpet, I just think of, well, my Desert Tom, who's probably hearing the, might be listening still, used to have white carpet in his living room, but that was like in the 80s. And he used a print stick on your 50-inch flat screen? Did you manage to get it back off? That's awful, man. I'm sorry. Maybe your sister paid for it? Your stepsister? Hey, Dick Lebowski, how's it going? You following Rulu around? You like sci-fi, fantasy, horror, not slasher? Yeah. Well, it's not my thing really either. Like a bunch of bikers acting like they're big shots, like organized crime guys. Yeah, it looked, every time I watched it, it seemed like, why are these guys taking themselves so seriously? Like, why does anybody else take them seriously? They're just a bunch of dudes on bikes. It's not like even like Hell's Angels. They weren't even like horribly intimidating or violent or anything like that. Seemed like, I don't know, I didn't understand it. And I did watch quite a bit with her, like, she was just watching it and I'd say, don't turn it off, just keep watching it and I'll sit here and criticize it. Which I'm sure she appreciated. white rug, really the big one, comes off. Quite some effort. Oh, bend over. I'm really sorry about that. Feel for you. You know, people who don't have kids for a reason, and that's because they don't want all their stuff ruined. So I feel bad when kids come around and ruin things for people. Don't know if I... Some kids just give kids a bad reputation. You're childless and hope to adopt a robot in the future so you won't be lonely. Don't adopt a Marvin. Don't adopt Marvin the robot. There's a really great song. I don't know if anybody here is into Frank Zappa. I'm a pretty big Zappa fan. His double album, Joe's Garage, which I think came out in like 1980 something, 1980, early 80s. It's an amazing piece of art, musical art, and it is amazingly crude as well, which a lot of Zappa's work was. And there's a great song about robots that are basically sex slaves that they look like household appliances, like vacuum cleaners, and they speak German, and you have to speak German to them to get them in the mood. 1979, I was close. Dig, I was close. Yeah, Sex Droid, exactly, Bend Over. You should listen to this song. It's called, what's it called? Well, one of the songs is called, there's like two songs. It's like the whole thing's a concept album about a guy who's in a band that basically gets into touring and having like sex with roadies and, you know, like fangirls and stuff like that. And then he like goes the wrong way and loses himself, and it's quite funny. But yeah, at one point he gets involved with these sex robots. So I'm buying a wet t-shirt? No, not that one. One's called Cyborg. One song is called Cyborg, and the other song is called... Oh, what's the German song? Maybe I'll put it on. You guys ready? I'm actually going to play it for you. It's called Stick It Out. This is very crude, guys. Please don't be offended. If anybody here is offended by crude humor. This is the German part of the song. He's trying to woo the robot with his German speaking. And then he goes into English. Frank Zappa is more listenable than Copy V part. More accessible. So bear in mind he's talking to the robot in this song. If you speak German, this is quite funny. He's talking about not ruining the sofa, so this might actually relate to you, bend over. What? Dweezil can't use the Zappa name? Oh, I love Zappa. Why can't he just use Zappa plays Zappa like he always used to? I don't get it. Who put that law into practice? Why would they do that? Were people getting confused thinking they were going to go see actual Frank Zappa resurrected from the dead? His family sued him? What? What? Why would they do that? I thought the family were acting in good terms. I thought they were like a family unit. No pun intended. Moon unit. Supposedly a lot of bad blood between his mom and brother and him. Oh, that sucks. If you enjoyed that, then listen to Joe's Garage. Let me play you a bit more of a normal song from this album. Title track. It's such a good song.
It wasn't very large. There was just enough room to cram the drums in the corner over by the Dodge. It was a 54 with a mashed up door and a cheesy little lamp, with a sign on the front said Fender Champ and a second-hand guitar.
What's the same castle with a round bar? We couldn't get it wrong. And scream like. Thanks, bend over. I'm guessing it's gonna take a month. Yeah, it should take a month or more. So you're not gonna miss. You're not gonna miss anything. Don't worry. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for sharing. I'll see you next time, hopefully. One more time. Turn it down. It should make this. Should have made an 8 by 10. 8 by 10 feet. No, that's bigger. I could make every painting 8 by 10. Make them cheaper to sell, cheaper to paint, but I wouldn't make much money off of them. So let's put in, looks like we'll never play again. Put in a few. I've actually got a good color on my palette right now for just some kind of mid-tone details. Yeah, I think they have kind of a wow factor, large paintings. Lipstick on you, Working from bed. Oh, it's raining. That sounds like a nice day, actually. Unfortunately, you're ill. I know that sucks, but kind of nice to have an excuse to stay in bed while it's raining and do some work from bed. I like that. Or you even have an excuse not to do any work from bed because you're sick. You should probably rest. So stop working and rest. Work and wait till you're better. True love. Reaching with the rain, you have fall, scented candle. Oh, sounds really nice. And you got Twitch on. You got your Twitch on. So She Heaps, I saw you did the Tim Burton pin. Have you done, I didn't see any other pins yet. Have you done other pins? Or do you plan to? I remember being so into this Silver Sun Pickup song. This song is amazing. This song has got a personal meaning for me. I'm not going to talk about it, but it definitely definitely resonates with me when I heard the words. I love Silver Sun Pickups. They just have such a good sound. But the words really great for that song. You can bring up the music anytime you want on my stream because my stream's half about music and half about art. It's all art. Well, She Heaps, if you're looking for ideas, if you thought about doing a David Lynch, if you like David Lynch, or if that would fit in with your style, which I think it would. If you did a David Lynch pin, I would be all over that pin. He's got the amazing coiffed hair. Did you see the illustration of David Lynch's face that Fiend did? I don't know if you follow Fiend and watch Fiend. I'm sure you do. He did an amazing portrait of David Lynch. And that piece actually could turn into a really nice pin. And I would be on it. I would definitely buy one. But don't do it unless it really fits in with what you like to do. Your interests. His Lynch was so cool. I love that piece. I want to buy it, but I've already bought some of Fiend's art. And I don't want to wait. Can't buy everything of his that I want. Because I want his Ouija board piece. I think I can get a print of that though. But I guess you're probably not thinking about doing just directors. Looking for other people as well. You can always do a Helena Bonham Carter. Except for they're getting divorced, aren't they? Shocking. So good. His Capaldi is awesome. Who's his Capaldi? I don't know who that is. Not a huge Lynch fan though. I don't know his work, just haven't seen much of it. Feel like I'm not the right person to make it. Yeah, I understand. Do you agree? He looks rad. His hair is amazing. His hair has always been amazing. He's a good looking guy. He's like interesting looking. And yeah, I understand. You haven't seen much of his work, so that's fair enough. You should watch his work though. While you're sick in bed, watch Lost Highway or watch Mulholland Drive or Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Or better yet, watch the entire Twin Peaks series. At least series 1. Because you know they're doing a new series of it. He's working on a new series of Twin Peaks. Met someone at the dog show.
He was holding my left arm, but everyone was acting normal,
so I tried to look nonchalant.
both said I really love you. The
Shriners
Shriners
loaned
loaned
us
us
cars.
We raced up and down the sidewalk 20,000 million times. Why
Did they send her or anyone else?
how should I
Tana would be adorable, but yes, they have separated. She'd still be adorable with him.
They don't happen at all. In fact, when you're following an angel,
Twin Peaks has been a huge influence on so many TV shows as well. Just the visual style
calling you the nicest thing.
and the oddness. Oops, I still got my knees got too loud.
I'm already there. Gonna ask for my admission. Gonna speak to the man in charge.
I did a portrait of Helena Bonham Carter actually. It was fun painting her. She's got a nice porcelain face. She's got porcelain skin.
Worried that something might happen to me if anyone ever finds
She actually saw it too. The piece I did of Helena Bonham Carter was part of a commission that I did for a company that had a bunch of celebrities in it, and they all had to sign off on the image. And Helena Bonham Carter sent an email back saying, "It looks fantastic." I was like, "Yeah." He writes all his movies by meditating. That doesn't surprise me. I know he's a big meditator. I know he's he's written a book about meditation, and he's also working with some meditation foundations to get kids meditating in school and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. I know, I was so stoked to hear that Helena Bonham Carter saw my piece and liked it. She's groovy. She's sexy. I had a thing for her back in Fight Club days. Not so much anymore, but yeah, it's like on the home page of my website scrolling through, but it's on the portraits. It's on the cityscape and the portraits part of my website. And it's called Liberty's National Treasures. It's like a big building with a bunch of celebrities out in front. It's the only piece that's bigger than this one that I've done. It's huge. It was used in some of their advertising and stuff. It's got Paul Smith, the designer, in it. It's got Vivienne Westwood in it. It's got Tracy, who am I thinking of? For some reason, Tracy Ullman's name popped into my head now. I can't get the right name. I'll just crazy artist Tracy, what's her name? Oh, I seem dressed to kill. Oh. Thanks, you heaps. Oh, love this song. Jim McKenzie. That name sounds familiar, but I can't bring his work to mind from memory. You want to send a link through? Maybe the piece that you like? I love Burton. I love Tim Burton. Can't say like he's like a massive influence on my work. David Lynch is. Definitely. Even though it's not obvious. But it's like some of the doorway, like the dark doorways at night. Definitely people come to me and first thing they say is, are you a David Lynch fan? And I say, indeed. One of David Lynch's movies that I didn't like at first, but now I really like, is Inland Empire. It's really weird and hard to watch because it's filmed in such a like a handheld camera, like low budget way, but it's so interesting. The weird themes going on through it, and the weird rabbit family that pop up that are like on a sitcom. There's so many good things. Yeah, that's the rabbit head one, Dig. Check out this Jim McKenzie. Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Oh, he's got like Majora's Mask. Love Zelda. cool stuff. Is it like Fimo clay? Wow, that stuff's amazing. And check out his hair, man. Check out this dude's hair. He's like some sort of Robert Smith. He looks like kind of like a musician at the same time as an artist. Really cool stuff. I like this Pinocchio, like, scarecrow thing. He looks like or even open to telling them you don't feel comfortable giving advice. So why are you getting so many emails from people asking for stuff? It's, in one way, that's good because you've definitely drummed up a lot of people are aware of you, and you know that's cool. Nobody emails me asking for advice. People, well, a couple people have, but like not a lot. Definitely not to any degree where I would be worried about it. But on the other hand, you don't want people coming to you for stuff that you're not paid for. I mean, your time is valuable too. The other thing is, you know, you have to start to draw a line where people respect the fact that you don't work for free. And answering emails and giving advice in that way is a job. People get paid to do that stuff, you know. So you can do it out of the kindness of your heart, but you don't have time for that because you got to make a living. So you got to be honest and say, like, you know, if you want consultation, you know, about what I do and what I'm good at and what I know, then that'll cost you. Check sent email folder to see if I asked Sheeps any advice. I've only been out of school for a year and you pursued right out of school, but all my old friends are now thinking about doing the same thing with full questions and just random people who found me on YouTube and stuff. Oh, I see, yeah. So you're talking about people who want to set up shops on Etsy or set up a website. Yeah, I get questions like that a lot from my friends. Not that I have my shit together really, like, you know, I'm still just a working chump. But I have had a website for a long time, so people have asked me a lot about that. And usually, you know, if they're my close friends, I'm happy to help. But if it's just random people, I'll be like, I pretty much pass them over to somebody who's an expert on web development or online shop development, that kind of stuff. Be like, check out this guy, he knows what he's talking about. You can pay him to do your shop. Tell them to come to your Twitch channel and ask. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. So these people could just do their own research. That's another thing, yeah. Be like, I'm sorry, I'm really busy. I'm pretty honest though. I'll just be like, I'd love to help you, but I just don't have time. Got plenty of things I need to be working on. Empire sisters, you're right. My empire is over. Get back from here for life. Whoops. Learning to say no is tough, but it comes with time, I think. And the busier you get, the easier it is, because you're just like, I really can't. I'd love to help you, but I can't. And you can be honest and say that. And would you be mad at somebody if they said, I'd like to help you, but I just don't have time? You wouldn't be mad at them. You'd just be like, oh, they're really busy. You know, I should have realized that. And they will feel the same way. They're not going to be like mad at you. They're going to understand that you're a busy girl. Yeah, you totally understand, totally. I kind of feel, I understand you. My wife is very much like you in that way. She doesn't want to let anybody down. She's afraid of making people mad at her. I think she's a bundle of anxieties as well. So I totally know where you're coming from. And I've tried to support her over the years in being honest with people and saying no when she can't help and taking care of herself first, you know, which is hard to do. But if you don't take care of yourself, you can't help anybody. You gotta remember that. And it's possible to be too busy to help somebody, but also really nice and have people still like you, you know? Just the way you talk to people. I mean, obviously you're really nice, so. Time to go home, Dig Lebowski? Why is that bad? That's good. I make YouTube videos with Etsy tips so people can comment with questions, but I mean, I give a lot of information. Can't hold their hand for everything. Yeah, well, now you know. Now you know what kind of response you're going to get. That's good. In some ways, you know that if you want support for your work, it's out there. But you just don't want freeloaders taking up your time. See you, Dig. Be safe. I hope to see you soon. Everybody, if there's anybody hanging out, watching, and you don't follow Dig Lebowski, follow Dig. He'll stream some cool stuff every once in a while. He does digital artwork, original stuff, really cool, really creative, like alien rock bands and such. And he's just a cool guy. It's getting cold here, but it's still kind of muggy. It's like humidity high. Should just direct them to your Twitch channel. Yeah, totally. That's a really good idea. Get more viewers and be able to answer them on chat directly. Dig's always full of good ideas. Inside. What time is it? It's around 11 o'clock. I think I'm going to stop in a minute. Done quite a bit of work. Do just a couple more touches. Oh, your computer desktop. Your computer desktop cluttered. That's one thing I don't like. My computer desktop is immaculate. Keep it super organized because it's so easy to do. A little bit more white just to cover up some of the stuff that I don't want. It's the wrong color, but it doesn't matter. It's just tone that I'm looking for. My wife doesn't hang out on Twitch. No, she does not. She doesn't hardly know what Twitch is. She does, but she doesn't watch. She doesn't hang out. She did once. She hung out once. She created a username around Christmas time to watch me and Fiend. Fiend and I did like a joint, like a 12-hour stream together when I was visiting him in Salt Lake. We're real life friends, like best friends. Known each other for over 30 years. So she created a username to watch us do that and kind of said a couple things in chat, and that was the only time. You have a lot of files on your external hard drive. And when it's not plugged in, it's like, where do I put it all on the desktop? No, I keep my files organized, because even just organizing my past work into folders, I get really confused if it's all not quite right. You and your boyfriend did a pumpkin carving stream? That's a good idea. I bet she might get into it. We'd have to have the baby nights guy with us, which would be fun. Yo, homie, who you talking to? One uppercut to the cold upper middle class. It's fun though. It'd be a fun idea. We could do something for Halloween, maybe. There's a hook and I'll suck my thumb. Anybody wanna come get some? Young I know. To go. Oh, that sounds fun. It's a good idea, Christmas tree decorating. I don't know, my wife's different from me. She just likes to, she does her own thing. And she doesn't really get involved with the art stuff. She loves to support me, but she doesn't do her own. But we could always do something like maybe some cooking. When I told her that there was cooking on Twitch, she was pretty interested. She sounded interested. Maybe she'll do something like that. Maybe we could do something. Maybe we could do a Thanksgiving in the UK. We could mix American Thanksgiving with like a UK traditional like Christmas dinner. You totally watch it. We've got a pretty good kitchen. Could get the setup going in the kitchen. Got a baby nice guy sitting in his high chair in the background. These thoughts never occurred to me before She Heaps to do anything like this, so I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Alright, I should really stop. I'll bring the camera over here to center so you can kind of see what it's looking like. You're more relaxed when your boyfriend hangs out? I'm definitely not. I think that would make me more on edge. I'm okay when it's just me. Because then any mistakes or embarrassment is my own and not reflecting on her. That's cool you took over the chat because nobody else is chatting. Thank you for chatting with me, She Heaps. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company after everybody else jumped ship. There's some people watching, I think. Say hey if you're watching and you're still there and you're enjoying the show. Give She Heaps a follow. Check out her website, her Etsy shop. It's amazing. I'm honored to be talking to her. My pleasure, She Heaps. I hope you get better. I hope you feel better. I'm glad you got the rain, and I'm glad you're out in California where it's still warm. And I'm glad California's getting some rain. My family are in California. My mom and my sister. Desert Tom, you're still there. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for watching, Desert Tom. Okay, so that's what it looks like at the moment. So we're only 3 sessions into this, just a few hours in. It's a massive painting, so it's not going to go too quick. It'll develop slowly, but it's getting more established as we go. Next stream will be on Friday evening, Friday night, about the same time, probably about 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Hi, Desert Tom. Thank you, I will. And send my love to Jay as well. Okay, let's shut this stream down the right way this time. Thanks, She Heaps. I hope you're feeling better by then.